Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for a Magical Girl Isekai anime first impression video. Welcome back once again, guys. Another anime first impression video to do. This is going to be on the magical revolution of the reincarnated princess and the genius young lady. A very long title, and in fact, I've actually reviewed the first volume of this manga, to be honest. I will say the trajectory of the story is not quite as it was told on the manga. So I'm wondering if they're following more the light novel version and less of the manga. But before anything else, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can also find me on social media. I'm trying my best to revive my social medias, Discord, Twitter, and all that. So if you want to find me, you guys can find me in the description below. There's different things, places you can follow me there. Also, if this is your first impression video of the winter 2023, there is quite a bit of more that I've released, and will release. So make sure you catch up with all those. Okay, so once again, this has one episode, time of recording, and I believe this one released yesterday. And that yesterday, Wednesday, I believe. The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady. So it is an easy Kai. One of our protagonists is Easy Kai, and we learn that she basically is an OP character from just the first scene. She hunts these wolves down and takes their gems, and she's very OP about it. She's a very overpowered character, and we learn that all the things that she uses are specifically created by her with the help of the science that exists in that world, but she herself is magicless. She was born in nobility, and at a very young age, around 5, she got the thoughts of someone from a different world. Now, we don't know if it was a girl or a guy. I'm going to assume it's a girl, but I could be wrong. Um, and she basically was isekai'd into this world, and one of her dreams was always to fly. And now that she is in a magical led world, she wants to fulfill that dream. So, throughout the first episode, we see her essentially gathering supplies to keep experimenting, and she is seen as kind of like the um, I guess the unwanted child almost, but also the crazy kid from the family. Her brother, the prince, kind of looks down at her for being who she is, and um, she essentially renounced her leadership in the kingdom as long as she was able to use the villa to basically do her experiments and do her science that people just don't understand. So she does come out here and there, and she is a big part at the ending of the episode. But I guess the thing that I want to highlight is that we don't really see her in the beginning of the story. I don't remember seeing her much of her in the beginning of the manga. To be honest, it was all about the prince and his fiance. So second part of the episode is the prince and his fiance, and essentially the prince doesn't want to marry the fiance. He wants to marry the daughter of a merchandise guy who's pretty much getting up there in leadership in his kingdom, and that's who he wants to be with. And he comes up with some crazy idea of basically renouncing to the marriage that his parents and her parents had already planned out for them by saying that he doesn't want to marry someone who bullies the common people like the girl that he wants to date, and comes up with an idea where people are basically um, false witnessing the whole acts that he's saying that oh yeah, she's been a bully, she even tried to assassinate her and all that. So the fiance is kind of put in a position where everyone's looking at her like you're the worst person in the world. Now, granted, most of this hate comes beforehand because she is the smartest one in the class and everyone knows it, and they kind of have like this hate for her at the same time. So in her lowest moment, the prince sister, the girl that goes Izukai, shows up in a flying broom. Yes, her dream came true, and she steals away the fiance. She figures it out. It's like you are basically lying and making this stuff up, and you are breaking your engagement. And now I'm gonna go tell dad about the whole thing. And the prince freaks out because he hadn't really, I guess, figured out how to tell his dad and tell him what was going on. But she flew away. No one else can do that in the kingdom. So she has the upper hand, and we kind of have a little interaction between her and the genius girl at the end, where she's like, "I'm gonna basically tell my dad that I want to have you," and she's like, "What the heck?" And in a nutshell, that's the first episode. Um, is it good? I don't know if I want to call it Yuri because I just don't know if this is a guy reincarnated into a girl or just a girl reincarnated into a girl because I don't know, it wouldn't be Yuri if it was a guy, but it, it's wild. It's wild, and it is a unique in its own way Isekai because the character doesn't want to be an OP character, just wants to chill essentially, but also protects people in her own way. So, for an Isekai, 6.5 out of 10. I think it's definitely something that is worth watching overall, putting it in the spectrum of all the other series that are coming out this season, probably a 6 out of 10. Won't be standing out as much as other series that I think will be standing out. But it is a cute one. I think it's one that if you've read or if you've heard of, you probably will enjoy watching because I myself enjoyed the first episode. So, yeah, go give it a try. It is one episode out in Crunchyroll. So if you want to watch it for free, you have to wait another week. But go check it out. Give some love to my channel by commenting, liking, and sharing. Don't forget to give some love by checking out my social media as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.